Yesterday, I expressed my dissatisfaction with Biden being president. I expressed that greatly. This guy's senile, this guy's old, he deserves to be hanging out with his family, enjoying the last few decades of his life. He's done enough. He's been in politics for a very long time, longer than I've been alive. Biden's been in this game for quite some time. He's been in the rap game for a while. And Biden has recently given us another reason to lose faith in his ability to function as president. I don't even know who is president anymore with what Biden's got going on with his just all around just mental health. Recently, Joe Biden was spotted holding a cheat sheet card. Cheat sheet card with questions and names of journalists and instructions for him to follow on stage, which in my opinion is wrong. Damn near corrupt. Why are you the president receiving information on what questions you're going to be asked and who is going to ask them? You should not know that at all. Your feet should be held to the fire every time you do a press conference. But don't worry, Biden's been exposed and we're going to hold his feet to the fire right here.
Busted. President Joe Biden caught using a cheat sheet during his first news conference since announcing his re-election bid.
And on it, look at that, pre-selected questions that reporters were going to ask.
See, it says question 1. This is just disappointing. Question 1, reporter Q&A, April 26, 2023, just in case you forgot what year and day it was. Question 1, just in case you forgot what question it was, what order. Courtney Subramanian, Armenian chick. Don't want you misspelling that. If y'all look closely, it tells them exactly how to pronounce. I ain't gonna lie, the White House is very efficient. The day they tell him what the event is, the reporter Q&A, just in case he forgets what he's doing. The date, just he forgets, what era he's in. The fact that this is the first question, one of many. Her name, and then how to pronounce it. It's Subramanian. Los Angeles. Got a picture of her too, just in case you're not sure if it's really her. This is thorough. I gotta hand it to the Biden administration. I gotta hand it to the Biden White House. This is very thorough. This is logistically sound. I gotta hand it to them. They're doing this. They're handling it pretty well. I gotta salute to y'all boys. It's crazy. I gotta do this, but y'all handling it well.
Peter Ducey,
Nice
was
Los
at the White House
Angeles
today.
Times.
He's there again today on Take Your Child to Work Day. Hey, Peter.
Good morning. President Biden is saying that questions about his age are fair game, but he doesn't think being 80 is slowing him down.
With regard to age, I can't even say, I guess, how old I am. I can't even say the number. It doesn't register with me. And but the only thing I can say is that one of the things that people are going to find out is they're going to see a race and they're going to judge whether or not I have it or don't have it.
I don't disrespect the elderly, bro, but it's been abundantly clear that you don't got it, bro. You fell off a bike, you fell up the stairs, you were lost on stage and didn't know where to go. You got cheat sheets in front of you as if you don't know what planet you're on, what year you're in, and what event you're attending. Biden, I don't think you got it. I don't think you got it, bro. I don't think you got it. I think it's time for Trump and Biden to kick back, relax, and let younger folk take over. This is what we need, younger people involved. Why is it? I genuinely wonder why old people seem to dominate politics to such an insane degree. Do we as humans have a proclivity to vote for people that are older or prefer older people? What is it? Because I feel like Bush and Obama were younger when they went into office than Trump and Biden. These two are too old. In my opinion, a little too out of touch. Trump's mental faculties seem to still be in shape. Biden is so clear he's just not put together. It's so obvious.
There's this. Some zoomed in photos appear to show that President Biden had a near verbatim copy of a question that he would be asked in advance. We've seen him before with a grid showing reporter names and faces, but having the question or almost exactly the question is a major break from norms.
Press conference prep Wednesday, April 26, 2023, Oval Office. You in capital letters. I guess he's having issues remembering if he's him or not. Secretary Antony Blinken, Mike Donilon, Anita Dunn, Karine Jean-Pierre, John Kirby, Ben LeBolt, Bruce Reed, Megan Rooney, Jake Sullivan. Okay. I'm not understanding, like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Now we're going to take some questions. First question from Courtney of the Los Angeles Times.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The fact that, see, that he fucked up right there saying that. Don't tell us you got the cheat sheet. Don't say the chick's name. Play it off. Act like you don't even... See, Trump would say questions, and you would ask him, what's your name? Who are you with? He didn't know what was coming at him. He didn't know. Biden knows everything that's coming. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable at all. Like, the fact that the media is so deeply in bed with the Biden administration is sick. And it's sick not because I have something against the Democrats or liberals, because I consider myself a fairly left-wing guy. My beef stems from the fact that this right here undermines the integrity of the media. We expect y'all to hold this guy's feet to the fire because not too many social media companies are willing to hold liberals and Democrats, be it political pundits, politicians, legislators, whatever. Social media platforms today and media outlets in general are extremely hesitant to hold the feet of Democratic politicians to the fire. And as a result, it would be really, really nice if these companies weren't sitting there in bed with the Democrat establishment, with really the establishment in general, but particularly the Democrat establishment, handing this guy questions, the names of reporters, all type of what's going on? What's going on with the integrity? I want to feel like my president is hearing the concerns of the American people and I want the president to be kept on his toes. You want to be the leader of this country? You need to be ready for us to ask you questions you weren't ready to answer. I want some level of transparency. Politicians, especially ones like Joe Biden that can't fund their own campaigns because they're not rich enough, are so full of crap backed by donors, all type of shit. So I want just some level of transparency, please. We can't even get that. Bro, you know how down bad we are as a country? Our president is senile, and on top of that, we can't even get transparency from the senile president. That's backwards. How is that even possible? Look, at the end of the day, I still got to give Joe Biden's team a salute. Salute to the Biden camp. Salute to the Biden administration. Y'all did a very good job of making sure he was prepared because optics are everything. Optics are absolutely everything. And currently, the American people, anyone with a brain and eyes, can clearly see that Biden is not in his right faculties. Everyone can clearly see that. So optics, good optics, is of the utmost importance right now. Because although Trump is divisive, wild, out of control, and oftentimes disrespectful, he's in his right mind. He is not senile. He's not lost on the stage. He's not losing his mental faculties. That's a core point, and it seems like the Biden administration is very, very aware of that.
Your top economic priority has been to build up U.S. domestic manufacturing in competition with China. Are you damaging a key ally in the competition with China to help your domestic politics ahead of the election?
What she said there is a little bit different than the pre-printed question on that reporter Q&A sheet, but it's really, really close. And it opens a whole can of worms because if President Biden has a question scripted in advance, then it could be staff passing him a scripted answer in advance.
Idea that a presidential press conference, you would be given the questions in advance and be able to write down first question and the exact question from the reporter, that is an inconceivable thought to me as a former press secretary. But to Joe Biden, it's a different ballgame because the press, you're members of the administration. You might as well be at the Navy mess socializing with us back in the West Wing because you're not true members of the press if you're doing that.
Facts. It's the facts. Look, bro, I try to be as politically impartial as possible. I really do try. I try to be as politically impartial as I can possibly be. I really don't want to be some sort of like partisan guy on the internet trying to stir up beef between, Democrat and Republican Americans, conservative and liberal Americans, black and white Americans, gay, straight, blah, blah. I'm not trying to be that guy. But dog, can we please talk about how much of a breach of trust this is between the administration and the American people when the press is this in bed? Like, if there's one thing, bro, If there's one thing a nigga could have faith in when Trump was in office, I knew that the media would hold his feet to the fire. If Trump sneezed the wrong way, if Trump even got, bro, if this nigga made one minuscule mistake, we knew it happened. Trump could not get away from accountability when he was in office with the media. They were on his ass. They were on his, if he was a little too orange one day, Trump, what's going on with you? They were on his ass. They were on his ass. Anything wrong, anything slightly wrong with Trump, he's walking a little too slow. He's looking around a little too, anything. Trump, bro, if there's one thing that I remember from Trump's presidency, this man would literally sit there and just talk, and the media would put in the title, Trump goes on verbal onslaught. Trump rages. Trump unleashes. It's like, this nigga's just, you click on the video, he's just talking. He's just talking, doing his normal fucking gang sign little, you know, whatever he be doing. He's just talking. You can't even get the media to do the same thing with Biden. They're terrified of holding him accountable. They're handing the nigga the questions. It seemed like Trump didn't even know half the people he was talking to at the press conferences. Who are you with? He doesn't know who anybody's with. He doesn't know anybody's name. Niggas, he doesn't know anything. It's just ridiculous, bro. I think it's a serious breach of transparency that the media is so in bed with the Democrat establishment. It's so upsetting. It's just not what you want to see. It's like, bro, like, it doesn't, like, politics, I'm not going to say politics has never looked more fixed before, because that would be a dishonest statement, but this is just crazy. It's absolutely insane. And we as the American people have to be disappointed in the fact that Joe Biden has a literal pamphlet of answers, of questions journalists are going to ask him. Word for word questions that he can formulate an answer to ahead of time. That is not okay. For this man to have questions that the journalists are going to ask him, that's not journalism. That's the antithesis of journalism. That is journalism compromised. The fact that y'all are asking him questions that you know he is going to have the answer to. It's unacceptable to compromise that tradition or that we have in America of holding the feet of political officials to the fire. We've compromised that for Biden. We didn't compromise that for Trump. Trump couldn't breathe when he was in office. I'm not some fucking, Trump supporter, but let's all be honest. Trump could not breathe for the media when he was in office. They wouldn't let him breathe. They would not let this man breathe. As much as he was doing that, they wouldn't let Trump breathe. Biden is over here getting answers for free. What's going on? I'm just saying there's no integrity with that. No journalistic integrity. And the Biden administration should be ashamed of themselves. They should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. All of them. But, this is politics. It's entertaining. It's funny. Biden needs pamphlets to know what the fuck is going on. Trump is facing RICO charges in Georgia, facing crazy fucking felonies in New York. What a time to be alive. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.